Okay, so the first step has been taken. UK court has ordered for Vijay Mallya to be extradited. Yes, he has the option to appeal, but that didn't stop the government from reminding people of how this is a man who defrauded the country when the UPA was in power, and the order on his extradition has been quoted as a major win. The Congress, though, not surprisingly, is unimpressed.
There is the following. The farmers of this country are committing suicide daily. They do not have access to the Indian banking system. Vijay Mallya stole 9,000 crore rupees. Mr. Nirav Modi has stolen 35,000 crore rupees with his friend Mehul Chokshi, who are close to the Prime Minister. And the list goes on. So it's not the question of Vijay Mallya being extradited. It's the question of the Indian banking system being handed over to Mr. Modi's friends. It's called crony capitalism.
Very happy. It's the Prime Minister is deserving of full congratulations in seeing that none of our investigating agencies are blocked in doing their duties, unlike in the past. It is not all over. Mallya has got a chance to go to the High Court. He needs 15 days. He's given 15 days to make the appeal. And before that, the Home Secretary has to give clearance in UK, and I'm sure that will be done very fast. So by end of January, you can expect Mallya back in India.
I think all of you heard the judge. She told me it's a long process. She told me about my rights of appeal. She also very generously said that I had a good legal team who would give me good advice going forward. We spent the last half an hour just flipping through the judgment. It's unfortunate that the judge has found a prima facie case that I made misrepresentations to IDBI Bank only and persuaded them to loan money to Kingfisher Airlines. Be that as it may, the judge was perfectly entitled to make whatever judgment she thought fit. I have my rights. You heard the judge. My legal team will consider various options and then I will decide going forward. And I shall certainly keep you informed. But knowing you, I'm sure you will be also following the court process very closely.
An accused who has embezzled a lot of bank money and then sought shelter in the United Kingdom is a great victory for India. It's a victory for ethics and probity. It's also a signal to all that nobody can cheat India, its people, its economy, and then go hide somewhere in the world, and India will never be able to get at him. However powerful and important you are, the law is certainly above you. And wherever you hide in the world after cheating this country, India will find you out. And that is what seems to have happened.
So it's the power of Michelle plus Mallya that is powering the Modi Sarkar. What then about the Mahagathbandhan? But don't count on the extradition just as yet, because there's still a lengthy process involved. Lavina joining us live from London. What next, Lavina?
What happens next, Padmaja, is that he has 14 days to appeal in the High Court, which it feels like that he is going to. But then that appeal will not be heard or cannot be heard unless the Secretary of State for Home, Mr. Sajid Javid, ratifies whatever Westminster Magistrates order is. So he may agree with it or he may disagree with it. If he agrees with it, let us say, and he orders and stamps his extradition, then the appeal that Mr. Mallya has filed will be heard in the High Court and eventually in the Supreme Court, and the process could take up to 2 years. But there is no legal time frame as such on when Mr. Sajid Javid or the Home Secretary would ratify it. In the time period when the order is with him, Mr. Vijay Mallya's counsel can offer him more documents and evidence to make up his mind. But now next 14 days for him to file in the High Court and then wait for what Mr. Sajid Javid, the Home Secretary, has to say.
So tell me this very quickly. In a higher court, will there be fresh arguments? Could fresh evidence be presented? Or will they go with whatever has been put on record so far? Very quickly.
Padmaja, they can offer more evidence. It depends on what grounds of appeal it will be, and therefore this will be a hearing in which there will be some kind of back and forth of arguments as well. But it totally depends on the grounds of appeal, because as we stand, Westminster Magistrates Court, Chief Magistrate Emma Arbuthnot completely scrapped all the arguments from it being a political witch hunt to bad prison conditions and the concerns about his health, or it being a business failure. So what ground will Mr. Mallya pick up for the appeal? The documents and arguments will that will depend.
And more than the order of extradition itself, it's the content of this order which will provide a huge boost to the government, because at a time when in the country the government is being accused of attacking and destroying all institutions, you've got an unexpected stamp of approval and impartiality from the UK court there in this order. We'll talk about that ahead, but for now, thanks very much, Lavina, for giving us a perspective on what we can expect.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.